Hello and welcome live stream viewers. My name's Candice Catullo. I'm part of the digital transformation content team here at Rockwell Automation. Thank you for stopping to talk about ROKLive. I'm really excited because I get to share a sneak peek at the peer exchange dialogues that we're hosting at the event. It's the first time we've ever done it. So we're going to talk to some of the moderators about what we can expect at ROKLive in June. But viewers today do not have to wait. We want to start the peer exchange and that open dialogue right now. So feel free to let us know in the comments if you could ask your peers in your industry any question about their business. What would you want to know? And hopefully you can help us build these conversations for everyone who joins us at the peer exchange events at ROKLive. If you have not already checked out the full agenda for ROKLive, you will recognize a lot from previous Rockwell Automation Tech Ed events, as well as Plex Systems PowerPlex events, and actually like a lot more. So check out that ROKLive agenda. We hope everyone joins us in Orlando. I think it'll be a really valuable experience. Today, just to give you a little taste, we're going to talk about peer exchange events with some of our moderators. First, we have Brian Deken, a commercial manager here at Rockwell Automation and the moderator of the Cybersecurity Peer Exchange. Thanks, Brian, for joining us.
Thanks, Candice.
So, cybersecurity topic, very hot, also very broad. What kind of specifics do you think that we will hear about at ROKLive?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. Naturally, these conversations flow in a certain direction, and that's really the appeal of the format overall. But you got to introduce some topics along the way. So we're going to talk about organizational structure and why that matters. We're going to talk about skills gap, how are companies addressing that. We'll talk about companies just getting started on their journey. We'll talk about companies that are midway through their journey or think they're complete in their journey, and what more could and should they be doing. We'll look at some funding strategies and more, and try to introduce and interject those topics along the way.
Awesome. And one thing you talk about is with so many vendors in the marketplace and so many solutions, how will managed services play into this discussion at ROKLive?
Yeah, in these settings, bringing up managed services is really important. It's sometimes overlooked, and there are a lot of vendors, and a lot of vendors have a full technology stack. But one thing that we don't want to overlook, and we want to make sure that this peer group and peer exchange talks about, is managed services. They use managed services on the OT side. They should be using managed services on the OT side. Just as we talked about introducing the skills gap, managed services can help fill that, and managed services will be a part of an enabled strategy today and in the future.
Awesome. Another one for you. When we talk about cybersecurity, a lot of times it's not a single organization under attack. It's bigger than that, or there are vulnerabilities like the supply chain. Any of that going to come up?
I'm absolutely sure it will. A group of people getting together in any room today, they're going to talk about supply chain. So we recognize the havoc that supply chain constraints are wreaking. But what does that mean from a cybersecurity perspective? And how is your ecosphere affected? Really, you're going to have to take a very comprehensive approach in solving your problems, and that's going to have to mean that you're addressing supply chain as part of your cybersecurity posture. Cool.
Thank you, Brian. Let's save the rest of it for the live event. But thanks for answering some questions. If any of you want to hear more from Brian, he is moderating the Cybersecurity Peer Exchange event at ROKLive. He's also hosting a tech session on OT cybersecurity practices. So thanks, Brian.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, and to everyone who's joining our live stream right now, we just got a sneak peek at the Cybersecurity Peer Exchange that's happening at ROKLive in June. And a quick thank you to everyone who's already putting their questions in the comments on this video. We would love to hear what you want to ask your peers at these open dialogue events. And if you are already registered for ROKLive and planning to attend one of the exchanges, let us know. You can go ahead and connect with those peers right now. We do have another sneak peek. We have the moderator of the Consumer Packaged Goods Peer Exchange here with us, Todd Gilliam.
Yeah, hi, Candace.
Todd.
Hi, Candace. Yes, thank you.
I have heard there's a ton going on in the consumer packaged goods space. What do you think is going to come up at the Peer Exchange down at ROKLive?
Yeah, as you say, the industry is going through a time of unprecedented change lately. So we look forward to hosting a lively and very timely dialogue with our CPG customers. There's a lot to cover. In the room, we'll have both end user manufacturers as well as machine builders in the room. So we'll discuss the entire ecosystem about what they need from each other to compete in this current economic environment. We'll cover everything from workforce challenges, which is top of mind, to digital transformation, from flexible manufacturing and faster commissioning of lines, to traceability throughout the entire supply chain.
Okay, and you mentioned workforce, which I know is very hot for a lot of people. Where do you see that conversation going amongst the peers?
Well, a lot of talk right now is around augmented and virtual reality technologies, but really addressing the workforce challenge goes well beyond those technologies. We'll get into how automation can be used to augment and improve processes and workflows, how information can enable better and faster decision making for workers, and how we can leverage technology to optimize efficiency and yield. I'll share an example from one of our CPG customers who recently said to me, we have an abundance of data around the plant about process, and it's in various places and formats. And in some cases, we've been able to turn that into information. But what we really need is knowledge for our workers to act on these points of data in a timely and effective manner. So in the session, we'll discuss ideas and share examples of how to do just that.
Awesome. What else for the listeners today? Any final comments?
Well, more than anything, we want to hear from the peers themselves in the exchange. We've suggested some ideas, but we want to hear what you're seeing, what you're trying, what's worked, what hasn't worked. Are there other things that are top of mind? And what do you need from us? And what do you need from each other as peers in the industry? So for those who are watching and listening, I encourage you, leave your comments about what you hope to discuss. We don't intend this to be a Rockwell monologue. We want to facilitate a very interactive discussion amongst you and your peers across the industry. So we look forward to hearing from you, and we look forward to seeing you in Orlando.
Awesome. Thanks, Todd. And hopefully the comments that we're getting right now will benefit everyone in those sessions at ROKLive. Okay, and we can tell some of the comments coming in that there's a lot of interest in these peer exchanges, and we appreciate that. So please don't forget to register for ROKLive and save your spot in one of these open dialogue conversations. All of the peer exchanges are taking place on Monday, June 13th from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The topics include CPG and cybersecurity, which we heard about today, and also life sciences, OEMs, and water, wastewater. So hit the registration button here, and we'll get your name on the list for one of the peer exchange events. Okay, that's the time we have for today. Thank you all for watching, and thanks to those who have already shared their comments below and questions that they want to learn about at the peer exchanges. Especially thank you to Brian and Todd for their insight and the sneak peek that we got today. I'm Candace. Thanks again for stopping by. This is the last call for comments. We're going to sign off the live stream, but we'll see you in the comments section. And stay tuned to the page to learn more about ROKLive, and we look forward to seeing you at the event.